I married my best friend's soulmate, and now she's using everything I trusted her with to break us up. I, 25 feet, am devastated and don't even know where to start. Jazz, 25 feet, and I were best friends for over 10 years before all this happened. Jazz was my sister, my friend, the person I trusted the most, but to her I was never anything, because if I had meant something to her she wouldn't have stabbed me in the back just because I married the man she wanted. 8 years ago we met my husband, 29 meters, at college, while we were in our first year and he was the assistant one of our professors. The three of us became very good friends until he and I started dating, and at that time she never told me that she had feelings for him, so of course I never questioned my relationship with him. During all these years I trusted her with very important things about my husband and myself. I confided in her when I found out that I was pregnant, one of the most important things I could trust anyone with. I even told her before I told my husband, because I took the pregnancy test while I was with her. I trusted her with my whole life. And when the test came back positive we both cried because it was a planned baby. Jazz seemed so happy that my chest hurts knowing that all that was fake. 6 months have passed since that day and my husband started acting weird. He was always mad at me for absolutely no reason until I had enough and confronted him. He told me he's mad at me because he knows the truth. I asked him what he was talking about and he showed me all the infidelity evidence he has. They were chats from a dating app between a man and me. I use quotes because I never created that account, someone else did using my photos. Identity theft is no joke. The photos used were ones that I had never used publicly online, so it is impossible that someone had stolen them from my social media. In those chats I told this man that I was pregnant, and that I didn't know if it was his or my husband's. In those chats I even talked to that man about recent encounters with men while I was pregnant, and things like that no husband or wife wants to read about their partner. I told my husband that everything was fake and that I wanted to know where he got those screenshots. He told me that they are screenshots of my old phone, a phone that I supposedly used to talk to other men. He told me that Jazz told him everything because she couldn't look him in the eye knowing the truth. Apparently she knew about my infidelities and told him to look for evidence on my old phone, and he did, and that's why he was acting weird the last few weeks. Of course I told him that Jazz was lying and that she probably used my phone without me knowing to do that I never created any account and that I never slept with another man other than him in my whole life, but he didn't believe me. We had a fight and we called her to confront her, but all she said was that she was sorry but that she no longer wanted to keep lying to one friend to save the other's ass. We had a horrible fight but she was calm as a freaking psycho, insisting that I'm a cheater. I couldn't convince my husband that it's all a lie because the evidence indicates that I'm guilty. So he was furious and told me to pack my stuff and get out, that he wanted a divorce and a paternity test. I went to my mother's house and we did the paternity test, which obviously indicates that the baby is his. But still he didn't believe me that I didn't cheat on him. We had a few more fights after we did the paternity test, and I ended up in the hospital because of the stress. And apparently that made my so-called friend see reason, because she told my husband that everything he saw was fake and that it was her who made both accounts, mine and that of the man I was supposedly cheating on him with. She said that she did it because she was jealous because since I'm pregnant he doesn't pay attention to her anymore and that she lost her mind and acted in the worst way possible. She also said that now she's really sorry, that she never thought all this would go this far and that she thought he'd just get mad for a few days and then forgive me because she knew that he loves me too much to forgive me anything. Since she confessed all that, he apologized in 1,000 ways and we've talked a lot about what happened, and we have decided to give ourselves the space we need. We're also starting to go to therapy, but I don't know if that will be enough. Our relationship is at its worst, it's screwed up and I'm afraid we can't work this out. And how could we? We said and did horrible things. During our fight he told me to pack my things, I refused and he took me by the arm to do it. He was hurting me so I pushed him and he hit a piece of furniture and that's when he took me by the arms again, but this time he did it to shake me. He's much stronger than me and when he did that he really hurt me. I don't know if we can be who we were in the past again. In the past we almost never fought and if we did there was never any violence involved. How can we fix this? Has anyone else been through something similar? Update. We talked to my now ex-friend Jazz, and she admitted to using my old phone to create the fake profiles. She used that phone when she came to my house every day, since we had a business together. She knew where the phone was and also knew that no one ever used it, so had everything perfectly planned out. It's kinda scary because she really needs help. I mean, with all this it is more than clear that she is a psychopath and needs help. She said all the things she did, which included telling my husband about me meeting this mystery man, and claiming that I made her pay for a hotel on her card because I was hiding an affair from him. The truth is that I was never in any of those hotels, but all of that was right there, and it looked real, so of course he believed her. Jazz has been my friend for many years, but she has also been friends with him for over 8 years, so we trusted her and never thought she would do something like that. On the other hand, my husband and I are still trying to cope with all this. After that violent episode things got really hard between us. It is not easy to save a marriage once violence is involved, but we are trying. I came back home and for now things are fine, but sometimes it's really warm here and I wear t-shirts and he doesn't even want to look at me because I still have the marks. They don't look too bad now, but they're still there after almost 2 months of that episode, and they make him ashamed. I'm guessing they'll take a while to go away since I'm a very pale person and my skin is very sensitive. He has apologized for what he did and I forgave him because it was something that affected us both, and I understand that we're both guilty for screwing up our relationship. But like I said, we're still trying to get over it. And I guess it will take a while to get over it. It won't be easy, but we are willing to work hard so that everything will get better by the time our baby arrives in a few weeks. That's why we started individual and couples therapy, so we hope everything gets better. Now we are focused on that. We're preparing her room and buying things for her. It's working for now. Our relationship is slowly getting back to how it was before, and I'm really happy about that. We've loved each other for 8 years, and the last thing I wanted was to throw away our relationship after all that time. We know how our relationship was and know that this was the first time that we both reacted like this, so we promised each other that it will never happen again and we will do everything possible so that it does not happen again. I'm glad Jazz is out of our lives for good and we can slowly move past this blip.